Good morning, grade 6 students. I hope you are doing well. Today we are going to start a new chapter, Absorption and Elimination. This chapter is related to the previous one, Digestion. Please open your copybooks and write some notes. The objectives of this video are to determine that the small intestine is responsible for the absorption of the nutrients and to determine the two roles of the large intestine. So a small recap about the digestive system. It has three main functions: digestion, which is the breakdown of food into small nutrient molecule, absorption, and elimination. In this chapter, we are going to see these two, absorption and elimination. During the passage of food through the digestive tube, it undergoes mechanical and chemical digestion. So when food passes through the mouth, esophagus, stomach, small intestine, food undergoes both the mechanical and the chemical digestion. And at the end of the digestion, nutrients reach the small intestine. So all the nutrients are here. Do you know what happens next? Yes, nutrients must be absorbed by the body. But how? After chemical digestion takes place, the small nutrient molecules are ready for the body to absorb. The inner surface of the small intestine, or the inner wall of the small intestine, is folded into millions of tiny finger-shaped structures called villi. Why do we call these structures villi? Because their structure is like a finger. The huge number of villi, you can see that there are millions of villi. The huge number of villi increase the surface area of the small intestine, thus more nutrients are absorbed. So, nutrients are absorbed from the small intestine to the blood due to the presence of villi. This slide is showing a cross-section of the small intestine. This cross-section reveals that the inner wall of the small intestine is made up of many villi, and each vellus is the singular form of villi, and each vellus is made up of a network of blood vessels. As a result, nutrients that are found in the small intestine pass through the vellus to reach the blood. Again, this is a real picture of the small intestine, as you can see here. What do we call these finger-shaped structures? These are villi. They are rich in blood vessels, and their major role is to absorb the nutrients from the small intestine to the blood. Please, you should memorize this sentence, which is the role of the villi. Villi absorb nutrients from the small intestine into the blood stream. So the figure below shows a schematic representation of two persons, a healthy person and a person with celiac disease. In case of celiac disease, the villi of the small intestine are totally damaged due to inflammation. In case of a healthy person, nutrients get absorbed by the villi in the small intestine and go into the bloodstream, the normal passage of nutrients. However, in case of celiac disease, nutrients cannot be absorbed. Few nutrients are absorbed. So fewer nutrients pass into the blood stream. Then after absorption, the non-absorbed and the non-digested food pass from the small intestine to the large intestine. This is the large intestine. And then some of the nutrients are absorbed here, for example, water and vitamins. So the large intestine can also absorb nutrients such as water and vitamins, and its major function is to form stool or feces. The stool will be eliminated to the outside of the body, and you must know that the large intestine lacks villi. Yes, it is true, the large intestine can absorb water and vitamins, however, it lacks villi. The villi are characteristics of the small intestine. They are responsible for the absorption of the nutrients. Look here, so this is the small intestine. This is a real picture, by the way. This is the small intestine, and surrounding the small intestine is the large intestine here. Water, vitamins are absorbed, and the stool is formed. Today's session is finished. Please, you can copy this conclusion on your copybook and memorize it. Thank you and see you next week.